couldn't hardly see the road. So I said to him, I said, buddy, I'm going to get you. So I take after him, went up the hill, go down the hill, got ahead of him down the hill, and I went back and I spilled water all over that car. And then I got ahead of him, and he tried to catch me. I kept going, and finally he'd go up the hill, and he'd almost catch me, go down the hill and get away from him. So we finally got almost to Franklin, and he went around me all of a sudden, and then he slowed down and went back around him. And when I did, here come white lights of a car shooting across the through my car. I wouldn't stop. So here come the HUD again, I wouldn't stop. The third time, here come the blue lights, and I pulled over. And the patrolman came up and knocked on my window. I rolled it down. I said, oh, thank God it's you. I said, I was scared to death. I'm not a coward, but I have no gun in my car. And I'm here by myself. I got this money in over here in my briefcase. I have the health spot in Columbia. And I didn't want someone to rob me. And I said, but you don't know how glad it is to see you, buddy. Thank you, thank you. He said, well, he says, what happened? Well, I said, well, this car cut in front of me, and then I got ahead of him, cut in front of him. He come back on me. Well, I think he turned off. But said, I'll check it for you. And I said, I was doing 95 miles an hour and having a hard time holding the road. He said, I noticed that. He said, I'll radio on ahead and have another come to watch for you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Out of the roadway, but just as full as it could be. Just, you know, every car on car and car. And so I get around them, and every time I go around the car, I cut in front of this one, pull over the other lane, pass this one. The car got behind me, and I could see a little bit of red light. And I thought it was a man pulling a boat. And he'd get right up against me, almost tailgate me, and I'd take off and leave me. I'd go in front of another car, and that time you get ready to go around me, I'd pull out in front of him and go around another car. So finally I got within 7 miles of Nashville, and I said, well, I'll be able to let the guy go on. I'll be a nice guy. So I pulled over. When I pulled over, he pulled over. So I came on down to Brentwood, got on the exit at Brentwood, and he got on the exit at Brentwood. I get on up at Franklin Road, he pulled over on Franklin Road. I said, oh, somebody's going to have a fight here. So I went a little bit further, and he pulled up beside me, this patrolman in an unmarked car, and motioned me over. So I got over, and he stood back like he scared to death. And he said, see your driver's license? I gave him my driver's license, and he took him back to the car. He sat and sat and sat. I sat down in the car, I get home. Yeah, but I sat there. In a few minutes, here come 2 police cars, red light on. And one of them knocked on my door on window, and I opened the window. Yes, can I do something for you? He said, yes. He said, Bingham, your name is Bingham, I noticed out there. He said, do you know Bill Bingham? I said, yes, I got a cousin named Bill Bingham, but he doesn't live here anymore. I said, there is a Bill Bingham, a lawyer. I'm no kin to that one. Okay, thank you, sir. So I still sat there. It'd been almost an hour. And then here come another patrolman knocked on my door and says, well, says, he kind of got you from 2 offenses. I said, well, sir, I don't know what it could have been. I said, the only thing was, they kept throwing white lights on me, and I'm not going to stop for anybody with white lights. I have money in my briefcase. I don't want anybody to rob me or things like that. And he said, when he pulled over and he pulled beside me, I pulled over. He said, well, the other cop come and said, well, I have got a red light. I got it right here on my dashboard. He showed me a little small red light. And I got you on 2 counts. One for doing 70 miles and a 55 mile zone. And the other one was for failing to pull over for an officer. I said, I'd have pulled over for you if you put the light on me like you're supposed to, instead of putting those white lights scaring me to death with them. Well, now you can either go to court, or you can mail in a fine. What was the fine? It was $101. 60 for one, 41 for the other. I said, well, I have a little spa in Columbia, and I said, I have to be there for a minute. I don't think I can get to court. But I said, couldn't you just give me 1 ticket? He said, no, we can't tear a ticket up now. It's just new. We could have told one, we can't tear them up now. So I took a notion then that I wasn't going to pay that ticket. I said, I didn't like the way they treated me, so I went and talked to a policeman. He said, if I was you, I'd go to court with it too. So I went to Franklin, but they claim you can't beat them in court over at Franklin. They say, once you're over there, it's a fee-grabbing area. Yeah. So I went over to Franklin, and they come up to town, and the officer up there said, yes. Said he wound in and around cars, and he'd do 65 on some, he'd do 70 on the other, he'd do 69 on this, and finally he did pull over, Well, after I got him on Franklin Road, I had to give him the ticket. I said, Judge, Your Honor, I said, I had my car sitting on cruise of 65 miles an hour. And you're allowed to go there. They do allow you the 10 miles extra to go there. And I did go around some cars because it was going awful slow. It was dark and going around slow. And I said, this car was behind me. It looked like a man pulling a boat. And the little red lights, you could hardly see it. And I said, the truck ahead of me it kept ahead of me the whole time. The truck wasn't stopped. I couldn't understand that. And he says, looked the officer and said, well, says, when he went around, I said, when I went around the last car I pulled over, I did get up to 70. I'm sure I did. I wanted to get around him in a hurry. And then the policeman pulled out, the officer pulled right in behind me. And he looked at him and said, well, was he doing 70 went around the truck? Officer said, yes, sir. I said, well, sir, let me tell you one more thing. He said, well, I'm going to tell you one thing. Do you want to tell me? You've won the case. Or do you want to keep quiet? I'm going to keep quiet.
He would.
That actually happened, man. And I beat him on both cases. Well, wait a minute. I'll tell you some more on this thing.
Okay.
So I'm going there. About 2 weeks later, I'm going the same route and doing the same thing. And this unmarked car pulled me over. This time he put the blue lights on and come on, said, you was doing 72 and 55 miles on. I said, well, I wasn't paying any attention. To tell you the truth, the ball game on here. I could have been picked up a little fast. I give him my driver's license, went back to the car. He came back and said, I'm not going to give you a ticket, but you should kind of slow down. And I went on, and he went on ahead of me, and I saw him give a man a ticket right after I got on the road. So I asked another patrolman why he didn't give me a ticket that time. He said, he's afraid you take it back to court. That's true. That's a true story.
No, wait a minute. Let me come in for a close-up. Oh, wait. Give me one. Damn it. I didn't have the thing on right.
What's that?
Do it again. Do it one more time, will you?
Which one?
Either one or both of them. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Yeah. That's good.
Dad's not with us.
Doing a huge.
Were we related to the Louisville Bengals?
That's what somebody on
No, a lot of
corrections,
people
I'm not
ask me
worth
that.
it.
I go to reception.
Well, I got you some Christmas stuff.
That was in
I know that.
Well, you would think with the Bears, or his name was Barry Bengal in Louisville.
Yeah.
You would think there would be something.
Robert being last
Yeah.
She said no.
So it's William Barry Bengal.
I bet you can trace your family history and find out.
I'm trying to trace it.
You are?
Yeah, and my
Smile.
daughter Christy's really trying to trace it. We can't find people
I look
locally.
terrible.
They've all died.
The junior said,
All right, he was married, William Barry was married to who? Molly?
Josephine Wilder.
Josephine.
I don't like to wear
And his second wife was Molly Bingham.
Well, the reason I
Molly,
did that.
Molly,
cold.
Shell.
Molly,
That's on
Shell.
the show. I
That
can't
was
stand
his second wife. That's the time I
it. I know what it's
Well,
like.
see, I know any of them, because I can't do those.
That's right.
All right, so he's married to Josephine Wilder.
Can you
Did
hit
she
pause?
run off and leave him?
The first one.
Yeah, one preacher, right?
Yeah.
Don't need my picture. See me anytime. Don't take my picture.
Jonathan, you remember the little boy. I guess he was
Why are you
about
doing
five.
that?
I'm trying to move it around slowly.
Oh no, I got a small game.
Look at
You
him.
Joe's got big.
I can't find a
He
cat
promised
small.
that
Look at him. Look at him.
He's got a big head.
Looks like it ain't cat.
He got a little bit of body going in his head.
I know it does.
All right, so then Josephine was the mother of
I was going to tell you about this class. That's
Uncle
the
John,
best class I've ever had in my life.
as well as
There were
about 4 or
9
5
students of the best 50 freshmen or something. They
Yeah, that's
were.
fun to see.
I have never had a course. I said, this
That's
is
on the
something
graveyard.
after the rest of my life I deserved. So they asked me to do it again next fall. So I said, okay.
But he can remember it. Each one died, he remembers his father.
That's just enough to keep you.
I promised that I would teach one course a year. But I said,
I saw the cemetery.
I was 60.
Yeah, last summer.
We saw it too.
And they gave
Hey, Myrna.
a pretty good bonus lunch.
I'd give anything in the world if it was
Besides
called
my
Johnny
retirement,
brought
I said,
that
I want you to take it.
picture that you had taken of everybody.
Margaret's up.
Had put into one of those things.
I was going
You got to see Mama.
Sit
It's
there
all the way
and sit here,
through.
Jake.
Mama
Stand
drinking
there.
wine, Mama smoking. You really got a kick if she looks at the reel. It's like it's her there. I mean,
That wasn't gas.
no, but she.
Most
Yeah,
of them
Mama
pretty
always
well
liked drinking.
87 though, isn't
She
she?
Yeah, and then I think she had a child.
She made it. Made it, but I put that on the camera.
Yeah.
And
She
yeah,
asked
it is,
Everything